welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. My name is Julia Mbani, commonly known as Jules. On this channel we love to talk about books, literature, development, and a sprinkle of other things here and there. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, feel free to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let's go. So today is actually January 1st, 2023. Happy New Year. I am currently in Kilifi, which is on the Kenyan coast. It's extremely hot here. Like, the windows are open, and I had turned the AC off just for the purposes of recording this video. But all in all, I'm super grateful to be able to see a new year. So I hope all of you have started the year on a good note, and I thought maybe I'll just take a minute to talk about my 2023 goals in relation to books and what I plan in terms of my reading life. So I have a small checklist I wrote here, which I guess to have a more structured video. When I say reading goals, it's not set in stone because I don't want to give myself anxiety or pressure in terms of reading. Honestly, it's just a hobby, so I don't need to give myself stress in relation to reading. But when it comes to my Goodreads goal, last year I set for myself a target of 10 books because I wanted a target I could easily achieve, so I don't feel pressure to actually read. So this year I'll add something else and set myself a target of 12 books. So yeah, I don't really want a high target. I know I'll surpass the 12 books definitely. Last year I was able to read around 64 books that I recorded, but I read a number of books that I didn't bother adding on Goodreads. So I feel like 12 books is an okay target for me. That's essentially, at the very least, just one book a month. So normally I try doing one book a week, but I'm definitely not going to put 52 as my target. I do not want that stress. So I'll just do 12 books as my Goodreads target, and then we'll move on from there. In terms of genres, this year I really want to try one specific genre that I've been avoiding for a very long time, and that's horror. Specifically Stephen King. This is because my friend Alia has been reading a lot of Stephen King, and she's really motivated me to also give him a chance. I have a story about Stephen King. I read my first ever Stephen King book back when I was still in primary school. I think I was around 11 or 12 years old. At that time, obviously I could not afford books, so I will just read whatever books my elder brother was reading, and he happened to be reading Stephen King's book called Pet Sematary. And I remember picking it up after he was done just because I wanted to read something, and that book traumatized the hell out of me. And since that time I've not read any other Stephen King book, but this year I want to do 12 books by Stephen King. So I've just set for myself 1 month I'll read one Stephen King book per month. I don't know which are the best books to read because honestly, as much as I say I've not read his books, I've watched a lot of his films or series that have been adapted from his books, with my favorite I think so far being Carrie. So I don't know where to start, and I'm open to suggestions. You can let me know your top Stephen King books, which is what I'll definitely start with. But I want to read 12 Stephen King books this year, and I think that's the only foreign genre that I'll venture into. Other than that, I think I'll stick to my normal fantasy books, contemporary books, and maybe some African lit books. But in terms of genre goals, I'll do some slight horror, but specifically Stephen King books. In terms of authors, I've set myself a goal. I really want to discover new authors. I have realized I love reading books from authors that I am familiar with, which is not bad, but I want to discover new authors. So specifically, I think my go-to people for this will be maybe my fantasy book club, but also I might pick Harriet's brain on this. She really reads diverse books. But yeah, I would also like to read a bit more Black authored books. Maybe this might be the year I give Toni Morrison a chance, given the challenge Joan had last year where she read almost all her books. So I don't know, I just want to read a few authors who I will generally not read to discover more of their works, and hopefully, you never know, maybe I'll get a new favorite author in the process. But yeah, that's it in terms of authors. In terms of book hauls, my goal for this year is actually to not buy books. So what's happening is my friend got me a Kindle. I'm so excited, it's arriving next week. And the main reason I decided I want to go the ebook way is this year I tried counting all the books I've bought, and I didn't even want to continue counting because there's so many and the total cost is so expensive. And I just felt like some of them ended up like really disappointing me. For example, the Inheritance Games was just not my cup of tea, and I bet a number of them, they ended up disappointing me, and I even actually ended up giving away my copies. And I feel like I want to implement a new policy for myself this year, which is audiobook or ebook first before committing to a physical copy. So with the Kindle, I'm so happy because I'll be able to read most of my books as ebooks, and if I like it so much, that's the only time I'll get a physical copy. But other than that, I'm definitely not buying any more physical copies. Bookshops will definitely not be seeing me for a while. I know I said for a while that I don't like reading ebooks, but that's just specifically reading ebooks on my phone because it kind of hurts my eyes, and I am convinced on the Kindle it's going to be much better. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading ebooks first. If I like it, then I will commit to getting a physical copy. But I do not expect many haul videos from me this year. I'm definitely not trying to do that. I might do maybe a birthday haul, but then I might also not do that. But in terms of book buying, that's how I am. That's where I am right now. I think that's pretty much my reading goals this year. I don't have much more goals. Maybe I'll try a few readathons. I don't want to commit to anything. I don't want the pressure of having to read something at a certain time. I am already in a book club, and we kind of have a tentative list of what we want to read this year. So that's the only committed reading I'm doing. But for the rest, I think I'll just be reading as the spirit leads or where the wind blows. And yeah, that's it. That's my goals for 2023 in terms of books and readings. So let me know if you guys also have goals or not. I generally don't necessarily do this every year, but this year I wanted to try and see. So we'll see by the end of the year if this actually works. But happy new year, guys. And yeah, now I'm back to posting. I took a break over December to go and be a lazy hog, but now I'm back. So I'll see you guys in the next video.